But let's shift focus and let's throw some light on what's happening with JK Cement right now. Let's get in their outlook in terms of volume growth, realizations for FY25. Anuj Khandelwal, the business head Grey Cement at JK Cement, joins us on the show right now. Anuj, hi, morning. Welcome to ET Now. Thanks for taking the time out. Just wanted to understand what is it, firstly, that the Toshali acquisition really brings on the table for you? What kind of demand, volume growth, capex guidance, etc., do you foresee?
Okay, firstly, thanks for having me in this segment. Good morning. Essentially, very pleased to announce that we've completed the acquisition of Toshali. The rationale for acquiring Toshali was very simple. Look, we've been predominantly historically in the northern region, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi. Over the last 2 to 3 years, we've completed our presence in the central part of the country, which is Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. We are planning an expansion, a greenfield expansion in Bihar, 3 million tons, which was approved by the board last month. So, to continue our foray of expansion in East India, we found a good asset, Toshali, which will give us presence in Orissa. Orissa is a developing state, and we believe that the volume growth there will be very good in times to come. So, we wanted to establish our presence in that state and that region, eastern region in particular.
So in terms of the specific big picture for the segment which you represent, the grey cement, it's a very specialized category. And it's a very specialized category which is dominated by just one or two large players. Do you think grey cement will grow higher than what the normal cement is? I don't know how do you classify the normal cement, but I'm using the word normal because I don't know the term to describe cement.
Okay, look, grey cement is cement itself. So 99% of cement is grey cement, 1% is white cement. So you can use this term synonymously. Grey cement is cement.
So now that the capacity comes in, what happens to you in terms of the synergies? Because large amount of acquisitions, they tend to benefit on synergies and scales and also in terms of the efficiency. When will that start kicking in?
So look, if I were to give you a background of our company, we are already at 22.2 million tons capacity in grey cement, right? With 8 million tons of expansion also kicking in the next, let's say, year and a half or 2 years. So it'll be 30 million by March 2026. Toshali right now is a small asset. It just gives a 0.6 million ton capacity. So it does not on day one give us a lot of benefit from a synergy or a scale perspective. But what we are betting on it that once we establish our footprint in Orissa through that asset, we'll also plan expansions around it. So as of now, in the short term, it does not give us huge scale or synergistic benefits, but it is a very, very good option to have for us to plan expansions in East India going forward.
Just wanted to understand, there is so much infrastructure boom all around. We know that real estate as well, is seeing a boom after a multi-decadal bear market, if you will. Wanted to understand how it all spells for your business and the areas that you largely operate in, given that grey cement forms a large part of your revenue pie.
Yeah, look, I would say last 9 months, this financial year from April to December has been fantastic. The industry has grown by double digits, 10 to 11%, which is really great, and it's been led quite secularly, but a lot due to infrastructure spend, which is happening all across the country. These in the current quarter itself, there's a little bit of slowdown, but it's after a period of huge growth. So in the coming years, I would say we are very bullish about the kind of demand which will happen of cement, which is due to both the infrastructure activities which are being undertaken by the government at a good pace, as well as as the economic progress of the country happens, the demand for housing naturally goes up. So over a medium-term period, we are very bullish with the kind of demand which we are projecting for our business, which is a cement business. It might go through a little bit of slowdown for the next 6 odd months as the electoral activity takes place. But if you are asking about the next 3 years or so, it'll be, we believe it'll be quite good. In the recent times, we are seeing a bit of slowdown in the rural demand per se, but that has happened after 2-3 years of very good growth in rural demand post COVID. So these are more cyclical things, and they come back in time. So over a midterm, we are very bullish on the kind of cement part which will happen.
Indian cement sector, large capacity additions are coming in, and arithmetically I can make a case that right now capacity will overshoot demand in next 2 or 3 years. Then what happens in that situation?
So look, if you were to look at cement historically, capacity expansions are happening all the time. But still, the capacity utilization of the industry still remains at around 70, 72, 70, between 70 to 75%. Even if you do the maths of all the capacity expansions which have been announced by players, and we feel the capacity expansions are high because those are predominantly announced by the larger players who get far more coverage. But if you were to do the maths of the next 5 years or so and look at all the capacity expansions announced region by region and the demand projected, the utilization doesn't fall down off the cliff dramatically. It will remain healthy at 70 to 75%. And look, as a company, we are also having many expansions plans. As I said, from 22 to 30 million, we are moving in 2 years' time. So we will also be one of the companies who will take advantage of the growing demand of cement.
Broadly, what could be your cement capacity just organically?
Sorry?
In 5 years from now, what could be the cement capacity for JK? I mean, without any acquisitions.
Look, as I said, we have visibility for the next 2 years because those are announced plans. Of course, there are many more plans which are at the drawing board stage. Would not want to right now talk about them. But let's say this: 4 years back, we were at 10.5 million. Now we are at 22 million, and by March 26, we'll be at 30 million. So the company has a track record of heavy growth. So by March 26, we'll be at 30 million. But beyond that, of course, we have thoughts. Plans are at drawing board, but this is I would right now not want to talk about those. As they become more solidified, and we are also able to secure the right approvals from the board, we'll talk about those.
To understand that as you're growing, your gross debt right now is 4,600 crore. Do you see that
That's right.
peaking out and start coming down as capacity kicks in?
Yes. So look, we actually look at. Of course, we are very cognizant of the gross debt, but what we look at as a metric is the net debt to EBITDA ratio, because the debt servicing depends on the profitability which you earn. Our net debt to EBITDA ratio in December 2023 is 1.64. We've kept a let's say a parameter for ourselves that net debt to EBITDA should not cross 2. 2 is a healthy level because it balances the need for growth as well as helps us keep financial discipline. So we are well below the mark. Next 2 years, we'll of course take a bit of debt to finance some of the expansions which I spoke about. The 6 million ton expansion which was announced in January will need a capex of 2,850 crores, out of which 1,850 crores will be funded by debt over 2 years. But in these 2 years, we'll also earn good money through profits. So hence, the net debt position will still be well in control. That's what our projections are. But in any case, the net debt to EBITDA, we are keeping a bar that it should not cross 2, and we are quite comfortable on that regard. But after 2 years, yes, we'll also see the absolute debt levels taper down.
It's great to have you on the show. Thanks for taking the time out and speaking with us today.
Pleasure, man. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, that's the word coming in from the management of JK Cement.